Kazuo Ishiguro's 1982 debut novel, A Pale View of Hills, is an elegant, slippery examination of lives caught between identities both national and existential. Its tale within a tale of two Japanese women living eerily overlapping lives in post-war Nagasaki, as related to the mixed-race daughter of one of them 30 years later, is rife with deliberate, subtly uncanny inconsistencies that speak of immigrant trauma and disassociation. Such live literary conceits turn to heavier twists in Kei Ishikawa's ambitious but ungainly adaptation, which mostly follows the letter of Ishiguro's work, but misses its haunted spirit. Attractively and accessibly presented, this bilingual Japanese-British production aims squarely for crossover art house appeal, and with the Ishiguro imprimatur, the Nobel laureate takes an executive producer credit, should secure broader global distribution than any of Ishikawa's previous work. Viewers unfamiliar with the novel, however, may be left perplexed by key development in this dual timeline period piece, which strands proceeding somewhere between ghost story and elusive, unreliable memory piece. Even those more au fait with the material may well query some of Ishikawa's storytelling choices. On more prosaic fronts, too, the film is patchy, with multiple subplots drifting erratically in and out of view, and an uneven quartet of central performances. Novel was narrated firsthand by the character, who bridges both its timelines. The melancholic Itsuko appears in 1952 Nagasaki as a timid, dutiful housewife, played by Our Little Sister star Suzu Hirose, pregnant with her first child, and 30 years later, in Britain's genteel home counties, as a solitary widow, played by Yo Yoshida, preparing to move from a house filled with pained memories. In between, there has been a second marriage, a second pregnancy, a seismic emigration, and more than one bereavement. Our access to Itsuko's inner life is limited, however, as her story is filtered through the perspective of her younger daughter Nikki, Camilla Aiko, an aspiring journalist who has grown up entirely in Britain. Visiting her mother in 1982 with the intention of writing a family memoir of sorts, Nikki struggles to square her westernized upbringing with a Japanese history and heritage that her mother is loath to talk about. Itsuko's reticence is partly rooted in grief. The elephant in the room between them is the recent suicide of Keiko, Itsuko's Japanese-born elder daughter and Nikki's half-sister, who never adjusted, culturally or psychologically, to her new environment after emigrating with her mother and British stepfather.